This video is for educational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. The magic of the RSI with the 5 and 13 EMAs. Outline, intro, review of EMAs, how the RSI can help, trade execution, and recap. Intro. In this video, we will explore how to use the RSI in combination with the 5 and 13 EMAs for exceptional trading results. Review of EMAs. In previous videos, we demonstrated how the 5 and 13 EMAs can confirm a change in price direction. Typically, when these EMAs cross, price will follow suit. However, false crosses can sometimes mislead your trade, or price may need more time to move in your desired direction. How the RSI can help. By incorporating the RSI, you can gain additional confirmation that your trade is likely to succeed. Using the RSI with a setting of 4 will provide this confirmation. Once you notice a trendline break on the RSI, it indicates that price is likely to move in the direction of the 513 EMA cross. Trade execution. After the 5 EMA crosses the 13 EMA, wait for a retracement. It often requires a strong price move for the 5 EMA to cross the 13 EMA. When price retraces and the RSI trendline breaks, that's your signal to enter the trade. Let's take a look at some examples. Here we see a cross of the 5 and 13 EMAs. However, price retraces and crosses back the other way. Then we see down on the RSI that 2 humps have not been created for price to cross over. Once the 5 EMA crosses here and then retraces back, now you have one of the humps on the RSI. Then price moves up again and the 5 crosses the 13 one more time, creates a second hump. Then we draw our trend line, and then once price crosses this trend line, that's when you can enter. You can also use the strat pattern to help you. You can either enter on this candle once price crosses the 5 EMA, which is the white line. The 13 EMA is the blue line. You can use a Rob Smith strat pattern, which is a 2 up, a 1, and then another 2 up. And that is an entry right here at the top of this candle. And as you see, price continues to the upside, taking out this liquidity right here. In this example, you see how the 5 EMA crosses the 13 EMA. But if you entered here, you would have to endure this retracement. And if you had your stop loss up here, you would have been stopped out. But if you waited and drew a trend line on these 2 humps on the RSI, you would see that the RSI breaks the trend line here, which happens right here. Then there is a retracement, and that's where you can enter. You can either retrace on the candle that moves up, or you can wait for a Rob Smith strat pattern, which again, this is a 2 up, 1, 2 down pattern that gives you a nice entry here all the way down to the downside. One thing to note, whenever price takes out a swing low, which is right here, always expect a retracement. That's what happens here. In this example, we see during the London session in the pink that the 5 crossed the 13 EMA here, then retraced all the way back up. And as you see, we have 2 humps on the RSI, but the RSI trend line has not been broken. Then when price crosses here and the 5 crosses the 13, and we see a cross of the trend line, that is an entry. Again, the Rob Smith strat pattern gives you a 2 up, 2 down for a nice entry and a very easy trade. During the pre-New York session, price takes liquidity, then moves up. The 5 crosses the 13, and we've drawn our trend line on the RSI. Here we see price closes above the 5 EMA, along with price crossing the RSI trend line. You could enter there, but again, we do like to wait for a retracement. You can also enter here, and that would give you a 2 down, 2 up Rob Smith strat pattern entry. In this sell example, we see during the pre-New York session at 8:30, there was probably a news announcement that created this massive candle. Then price failed to sustain the rally and capitulated over during the opening of the New York session. The 5 crossed the 13, but you do not enter on this move. You wait for price to retrace and create structure in the RSI where you can connect 2 humps to watch a trend line break. Once the trend line break happens here, that is your entry. Now again, we do like to wait for a retracement. So price moved down into this order block, retraced, and then moved to the downside. Again, this is another Rob Smith strat pattern, a 2 up, 2 down pattern. To recap, by using the RSI along with the 5 and 13 EMAs, you can achieve outstanding results in your trading. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more trading tips and strategies. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, happy trading.